YouTube Coven. Welcome back to the mat and welcome to a brand new flow. If you are new here today, namaste. My name is Bethany. I am the Yogi Witch, and today I'm going to guide you through a short but sweet everyday stretch flow. So this is the ideal practice to add into your daily routine to release any built up tension, to kind of cleanse yourself of any unwanted energies, and to just really anchor yourself into the present moment. So it really is ideal to fit in when you have a little bit of time for you. So you don't necessarily need any props for today's practice, and you don't even need a mat. You can do this really anywhere. But we're going to begin today's practice by coming into a comfortable seated position, maybe crossing the ankles or have one foot in front of the other. Take a big roll back with those shoulders. We're just going to start today's practice by taking 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale. Final time, we inhale. And we exhale. Before grounding ourselves by coming into our Hakini Mudra. So all you're going to do is bring all the tops of the fingers to touch, pressing the tops of the fingers together, thumbs against the heart, and then separate the palms of the hands, coming into the mudra of opportunity. So this mudra is a reminder to us to embrace every chance, every opportunity that comes our way, and really harnessing the energy, transforming them into all our heart's desires. Mudra of positivity, of joy, and of power. So whatever's happened already today or anything that's going to happen later, doesn't matter. Hands in Hakini. Heart in the present moment, the true place where happiness exists. Feeling that with every exhale, you start to release any anxieties, any intrusive thoughts, start to allow them to melt away from you, flowing out of your space with your exhales. And then with your inhales, fill that space with feelings of gratitude, of opportunities, of joy. Exhaling to release. Inhaling to welcome. And before we go any further with this short and soulful practice, I encourage you here to set yourself an intention for the flow ahead. Anything that springs to mind, set it here, and then seal it with your breath. Before all together, we take a deep breath in through the nose. And a slow breath out. On your next inhale, you're going to start to lift the fingertips to the sky, drop the head back, gazing at your mudra, and then exhaling to take a twist over to the left-hand side. So right hand, left knee, inhale to find length, exhale to gaze over that left shoulder. So we're rooting down with the sit bones, we're bringing the belly button to the back of the spine, finding length here, allowing the chakras to align. Taking a deep breath in, and then on your breath out, bringing a twist on a twist, start to pull left arm up and over and leaning to the right hand side. Take a deep breath in, breath out. We're going to roll the body up, bring left hand beside us, so over to the left hand side, And then pull right arm up and over, bending into the left elbow to take the side body stretch. Now with your inhales, you're going to find a little bit of a lift. With your exhales, start to sink even deeper. So taking this a few more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to relax. And then on your next exhale, you're going to begin to bend as much as you can into the left elbow, almost like you want the forearm to come to the mat. Keep the sit bones rooted, pull the belly button to the back of the ribs and hold this side body stretch for 5 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Holding for 2. And for 1, engage the core, pull the hands to the sky, briefly coming back into the Hakini Mudra as we inhale. Exhale. We take a twist to the right hand side, left hand, right knee. Keep that spine lifted, so your inhale, find length. Exhale to twist, gaze over the right shoulder. Taking a deep breath in, breath out, twist on a twist, root the sit bones down, pull right arm up and over and then lean towards the left hand side. Inhale to roll body up, right hand comes over to the right hand side, and then we pull left arm up and over, taking that side body stretch and make the movement. So you inhale to lift a little bit. Exhale to stretch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. Taking it once more. And then on your exhale, you're going to bend into the right elbow as much as you can, pulling left arm up and over. Maybe that forearm comes to the mat, but we keep both sit bones rooted, belly button towards the back of the ribs. Taking once more a deep breath in, breath out, press into the right hand. Final time for the beginning of our practice, coming into Hakini Mudra. And then on your exhale, relax the arms by your side. This time, if your ankles aren't already crossed, you're going to cross them and immediately come into a forward fold. So maybe you find hands to the mat, relax the neck down. Maybe you find you can come to the forearms or even on to the forehead. Remembering, as I always say on this channel, everybody gets belly rolls in a forward fold, but we are not paying attention to the physical appearance of our body. We're really tuning in to how the stretches are feeling for the physical body and for the spiritual body. Remembering always to find gratitude in your body's movement, letting go of any intrusive thoughts, any unkind thoughts to yourself. On your next inhale, we lift the gaze. Exhale, wherever you are, we roll the body up, lean back, and we're simply going to balance it out by switching the ankles to cross to the other side and forward fold. Maybe recognizing if one side of the body is a little bit tighter than the other, relaxing it down here to where your body would like to be. Taking one more deep breath in. And then on your breath out, start to lift the gaze, rolling the body up. And we're going to send the hands behind the back, fingertips point towards the hips, and bring the feet hips width apart. What we're going to do is come into our reverse tabletop. So we're going to inhale to lift the hip bones up, and keeping the hands rooted, the fingertips to the ground, you're going to start to find some movement. So moving forwards, side to side, backwards here. So you're starting to strengthen out the legs and starting to stretch those inner wrists here, finding a little bit of mobility. Before we come into stillness in our reverse tabletop, squeezing the thighs together, drop the head back. We hold for 5, lifting higher, for 4, you've got it, for 3, 2, and 1. Relax the hip bones down, swing legs to one side or cross the ankles to come and meet me in to your tabletop position. Now from tabletop, we're going to start to find some thread the needle movement, working on that shoulder ability, releasing the weight of the world off the shoulders. So left hand's rooted to the mat. On your inhale, we're going to pull the right arm nice and high to the sky, even if it means popping that right hip out a little bit. Take a deep breath in. On your breath out, we're going to hover it underneath the left elbow. So you bend into the left elbow, keep the arm and the head lifted. Inhale to reach it high. Exhale, thread it under. 3 more times. Inhale to lift for 3. And exhale. Inhale to lift for 2. And exhale. Inhale, we lift for 1. This time on our exhale, we're going to thread it all the way underneath the left arm and relax the crown of the head down, walking left hand forwards. Option 1, to stay here in this variation. Option 2, pull left arm to the sky and start to pivot on the head so you're gazing towards the thumb. And taking a deep breath in. Breath out, gently bring the left hand down, roll the body to center. From here, root down to the right hand. Inhale, we pull left arm all the way to the sky. Exhale, thread it under the right, hovering here, bend into the right arm. Inhale, take it high. Exhale to hover. 3 more times. Inhale, lift high for 3. And exhale. Inhale, we lift it for 2. And exhale. Inhale, we lift it for 1. And exhale, send it all the way underneath the left arm, walk the right arm forward. Option 1, stay here, yogis. Option 2, pull right arm to the sky and maybe pivot on the neck to gaze towards the thumb. Holding for 2. Holding 1. Beautiful. Relax right hand down. Roll the body into the center. And from here, let's start to make some spinal waves. Remembering you can always take this variation into a down dog, or you can stay with me in tabletop. But on your inhale, you're going to drop the chest, you arch the spine, sending hips all the way back to the heels. Exhale, touch into chest and round as much as you can into the spine, rolling the body forwards. Inhale, arch the spine, hips to heels. Exhale, round the body. Come into tabletop, taking this a few more times. Beautiful. Taking it once more. Before we roll the body back into tabletop, and from here, pressing the hands to the mat, tuck toes under, come to meet me in downward facing dog. Bring a little bit of hamstring stretch, my loves. We're going to walk the feet wider than hips width apart. And what we're going to do is start to walk the hands back towards us. So how far you walk the hands back completely depends on where your stretch is. So we're looking for the toes and the heels to stay rooted. And we're going to start to press the hips away from us. So maybe you find you're all the way up here. If you've got some flexibility in those hamstrings, maybe you find your way forwards. This pose really is unique. The stretch is completely dependent on our body's boundaries. Keep pressing the hip bones away, dropping the head down. Taking one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the gaze. On your exhale, we're going to heel toe the feet a little bit closer. And then we're going to come into yogi squat, aka our malasana. So heels in, toes point out. Walk the hands back towards you. Now maybe you find you're a little bit lifted to the knees, bend a little bit, and the elbows to the knees, and you rest here. Maybe it feels comfortable, pulling the leggings up as per usual. We come to sit lovely and low, sitting on a block, sitting on a pillow. Hands to prayer, and begin to press the knees away. So trying to find a little lift through the crown of the head, so we don't want the weight of the pose to pull us down. We want to untuck the tailbone. 5 breaths here, knowing that I hate malasana as much as the next person. Two more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Press into the feet, untuck the tailbone. Taking a deep breath in. And then on your breath out, lean forwards, hands to the mat. We're going to lift the heels up, pivoting the feet, and then from here, walk the hands back. Take a hold of the elbows and find some movement from side to side. Inhale, hands to the shins, find a little length through the crown of the head. Exhale, we're going to walk those hands all the way out. So it's almost like you can come into a plank position, but we're going to lower the knees, untuck the toes, and then lower down onto the forearms. Beautiful. So coming briefly into your Sphinx pose, we're going to roll the shoulder blades away from the ears and hold this for about 10 breaths. If you find that you've been sitting at a desk all day or driving, or you've really got a tight lower spine, tight shoulders going on, this is a gorgeous pose. Now variation 1, stay in Sphinx, draw the hips down, lift the head. Option 2, if you're a fan, hands to the edge of the mat, and we lift up into our seal pose. Making sure shoulders are not near the ears, roll them away. Five more breaths, keep lifting that chest. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. If you're in seal, bend into the elbows, lower the chest down. If you're in Sphinx, once again, lower the chest down, giving those hips a wiggle, big toes to touch, briefly coming to crocodile pose. And then from here, we're going to roll back into our Sphinx pose. And what we're going to do is come to swaying locust. So 2 variations. One is finding the bind, which I'm going to demonstrate now. And the second one is not finding the bind, simply just stepping one foot over to the other side. So coming into a bit of a back bend. So what we're going to do is bend into the left leg, and you're going to roll the shoulder away with the right hand, and then right hand binds left foot. So you're crossing the back. Now from here, if you don't find the bind, you can simply extend the right arm to the right hand side and step over like so. But wherever you are, we're going to take a deep breath in, breath out, step or pull the left foot over to the right hand side, and then begin to push it away from you. Walk the left hand away from you here. So it's like a little bit of tug of war. You're going to feel a slight restriction to the breath, but that's okay. Focus on taking A few deep breaths here. I like to call this pose the free chiropractor because the clicks that come in my back after I do it is insane. Taking one more deep breath in. Breath out. We gently release the bind. Relax left leg on top of the right. Roll the body into the center and meet back again in that Sphinx foundation. This time we're going to bend into the right leg. Left hand reaches around, so crossing the back to take hold of the foot, find the bind. Or maybe it's not maybe it is not available today, and that is all good. You don't have to find a bind. But we're going to take a deep breath in. Breath out. Step or pull the right toes over to the left hand side, and then walk the right hand away from you, opening up that spine. Three more breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out. Taking a deep breath in. Breath out. Yogis, we release the bind. Roll the body back into the center. This time, hands to the chest. Inhale. Lift through, upward facing dog, glancing back to one foot. Move through center, glance back to the other, and then briefly bring big toes to touch. Hips to heels and sweep the arms down by your side, coming into Balasana, child's pose. Just balancing out from our back bend, finding a rounding in the spine. And maybe a rock from side to side. Taking one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. When you're ready from here, slide the hands forward, press palms to the mat and roll the body into tabletop, crossing the ankles behind you and come to meet me in a comfortable seated position. Rolling the shoulder blades away from the ears, ending our practice as we began with that Hakini Mudra, so tops of the fingers to touch, thumbs against the heart, and separate the palms of the hands. Once again, coming into this mudra of opportunity. Drawing opportunities, abundance, positivity, joy, all good things to us from the rest of the day, rest of our week, month, year. Remembering whatever happens when you step off this mat, you will come to it with joy, with gratitude, and with empowerment, having taken the time today to take care of you. And then before we close, we remind ourselves of our intention once more here. Setting it in the mind, sealing it with your breath. As all together we breathe in through the nose. And we breathe out, releasing that mudra to a prayer, thumbs between the eyebrows, bowing low. With love, with gratitude, with blessings to ourselves, to the strength of our minds, bringing us here, to those who joined us in this online community, and from me to you, thanking you for allowing me to walk alongside you in your yoga journey today. It truly was an honor to flow, to breathe, and to find magic through movement with you all today, and I really hope this flow resonated with you. If you enjoyed this practice, I really would appreciate any kind of support for my little channel by maybe liking this video or even subscribing. And if you are looking to deepen your yoga practice, both on the mat and then off, I encourage you to follow the link below to my MTM Magic Through Movement memberships, where we flow in exclusive practices for 1 hour a week. We start to explore a little bit spiritual rituals that we can take into our daily lives, and we connect with beautiful souls from around the world, really exploring our journey. So if you want to find out more about the MTM memberships, follow the link in the description box below. But thanking you so much for meeting me here today and wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. Blessed be.